everyone, I'm Needlecraft Annie and I'm finally back for my next Flosstube update. It's been about 1.5 months and that's just because I lost my stitchy bug, kind of. I did not feel like stitching as much as I did before, so I did all the other things. I did some jigsaw puzzles, I read a lot, I made myself a new crafty corner, and that's why we're in a different space. We're actually in my crafty corner, so I have everything around me that I need for stitching, and I don't have to block all the other space in the apartment. I just have my own corner now. So this time I have a lot of whips to show you because I kind of threw my rotation out the window. As I said, I kind of lost my stitchy bug and I decided to just stitch on whatever I feel like stitching on and don't care about the rotation anymore, just to keep myself stitching. I tried to do mostly full coverage. That worked kind of, not always. There were, I think, 2 weeks that I stitched nearly no full coverage at all. And even non-full coverage, I did not stitch a lot. So, as you might know, I want to finish 180,000 full coverage stitches till the end of the year. And I did the math, and so I need to do about 630, or exactly 630 stitches every day to reach that goal till the end of the year. Presently, I'm 19,000 stitches behind, but that's kind of okay because I've already been 21,000 stitches behind, so I made it up a bit. Especially now, I'm presently have holiday from my work, so I have 3 weeks off, and I can't do anything else than sitting at home and stitch. As I said in the beginning, it did not work as well, but presently I'm spending a lot of time here in my crafty corner and stitch. So that's kind of cool, and I hope to make up for more stitches and get closer to my finish or to my goal every day and exceed my goal every day. To get to a point where I want to be around 0 stitches behind, or even a few in front. That would be nice because normally during summer I don't like working with yarn or floss as much as I do in winter. So we'll see. Let's get started, I would say. As I said, I have a lot of whips here. They're in no particular order. I just have a bunch of patterns over here to show you, and all the whips down there. So it might take some time to find the right one. I have to search for it maybe, and I'm just going through it. Let's start with the whip I can show you. I'm talking about Wedding Birds by Nikki Pattern. That's been my travel stitching for quite some time, and I finished it. But due to the personal information on there, so the names and the date, I won't show you. You just have to believe me that I finished it. Yeah, I finished it, and now I can move to other things for travel stitching. Let's start with my daily 30 minutes. That's The Joyful Waltz by the Snowflower Diaries. Sorry for that, I don't know what's going on here. If you heard it ring, I'm sorry for that. As I said, Joyful Waltz by the Snowflower Diaries. Last time we talked, I had just started with merch, and I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. If I find a picture, I hope to find pictures for all of my whips. I'm not sure about that. As I said, I hope so, and I'm trying. So here's a picture of the Joyful Waltz last time you saw it. And March is already done. Sorry. That's March over here. Okay, I need something. That's March over here. I finished that one before March started and it has been in the frame already. I know the light isn't perfect and I can't do it any better. I'm sorry. We just have to deal with it. So this is March. Yeah, that's that one. After March began, I started with April. March has been up in the frame. April will be up in the frame starting today because it's finished as well. This is April, super cute with the bunny. And as I said, I'm going to put it in the frame as soon as I'm done with the video. And I already started with May as well. And May has still a thread hanging on. I can't show you a picture of what it's going to look like when it's done because I crashed my cell phone again. So yeah, without a picture of what it's going to look like, I just show you where I'm at. So I finished the frame, the monthly name, and started with the flowers on the sides. In the middle, there will be a cat and a small kitty next to it. Yeah, that's that one. You will see it when in my next videos when I'm further down with this one. After May, I only have to finish June, and then I will be done with this one. And I actually can't wait for it to be done because those 30 minutes a day help me get a lot of progress in, and I'm really like the concept. But on the other hand, I would rather like to have some more time on my full coverage pieces to get more stitches in those 30 minutes. So that's kind of the goal for this one. Okay. Packing everything away again. Let's get to my next one. I think now I have all the full coverage pieces on top of each other, but we'll see about that. The first one is Mini Magic Mirror. I worked on it, I think, 2 days, maybe only one. This is Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Anne Stokes. And I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. Okay. This one is the only piece I started in the top right corner instead of the top left. And I just picked a color and started filling the page in and moving further down if I still had thread on my needle left. So yeah, I'm getting closer to a page finish. I'm really happy with how it turns out. And I'm still not decided how I'm going to stitch this one. I'm just going with it as I move along. And so far, as I said, I'm really happy with how it turns out. This one, oops. For this one, I plan on doing 8,000 stitches this year. That will bring myself a page finish and a bit more. So we'll see how much more it actually will be. And I can't wait to get it done and a bit more progress in, maybe even start on her hair or move forward to the mirror. But the mirror will be a lot of confetti, I'm quite sure about that. So we'll see. Okay, next one is actually the one I worked on yesterday, and to finish up the thing I was working on, I did already work half an hour today on it. I'm talking about 4 Seasons by Jesse Gerka, also Heaven and Earth Designs. And I started in the top left corner and worked my way over the top in 20 by 20 blocks. And so yesterday I finished because it was way too late, and I still had about 50 stitches left in the 20 by 20 block. So today I decided to finish that one, and I show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So here we go. Since the last time you saw this one, I finished 3 20 by 20 blocks, and yeah, I'm super happy with how it turns out. I'm thinking about working my way the whole width of the project and then moving down in 20 by 20 blocks. I kind of like that for this project. Yeah, so far super happy with how it turns out. Really love this piece. I realized I never told you any fabric count or anything like that. It's just been way too long since I filmed a video. So this one is a 25 count, probably cream Lugana, and I'm stitching 1/1 full crosses on here. The needleminder is from Denkai Designs. So that's 4 seasons. Really happy with how this one is turning out. I wasn't so sure in the beginning, but now I really love this piece. And I will roll it later on because it's just way too big to do it in this small space with all my things around me. I'm just going to tell you what I'm stitching everything on. Mini Magic Mirror is stitched on 28 count Lugana 2/1 10 stitch. That's why I want to do 8,000 stitches this year, because that's one perk of the full coverage national perks. So there's a challenge in the Full Coverage Fanatics Facebook group. They have 5 tiers with each 5 perks in it, so you have 25 national perks. For every perk you need 4,000 full crosses or 8,000 10 stitches if you're doing 10 stitch. So that's kind of why I need the 180, or why I want to have the 180,000 stitches till the end of the year, because with the projects I picked and with counting in 10 stitches and full crosses, that's going to be 25 perks. So that's why I have this goal of 630 stitches every day. The Joyful Waltz is stitched on a 32 count Belfast linen in the colorway Silvery Moon, and I'm stitching 2/1 for crosses, 2/2 for crosses, 2/2 for crosses, in the called for Gentle Art Simpler Threads and DMC. Okay, let's move forward. Then next full coverage I worked on is Story Keep, the frog prints. It's also Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Melanie Dallon. And yeah, I'm in that corner over there. I really love this project. I'm thinking about making this project for a focus project for next year, because I kind of would like to have it done. I'm having a thing for fairy tales, so it would be really nice to have this one done as well, as it's a fairy tale. I'm showing a picture of what it looked like last time you saw it here. And this is where I'm at right now. So you can see a lot. It's a whole lot of black and getting a bit lighter. So since last time you saw it, I finished one diagonal and started the next one. And yeah, the colors are getting lighter with each diagonal, so that's kind of cool. It's stitched on a 32 count linen 2/1 10 stitch. The color of the fabric is ice blue, I think, and the needleminder is from Denkai Designs. So here we go. Really happy with how this one is turning out. Yeah, that's that one. This one I'm going to roll because it's a bit smaller, and I would like to tidy up a bit behind me because otherwise I'm going to finish this video and have like tons of stuff lying everywhere. Next one is another really big one, also by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's Dragon Dancer, and the artwork is again by Anne Stokes. I really love this piece. I finished last year with a page finish, and now I'm not yet sure how I'm going to continue with this piece. I'm going to show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. Thinking about it, I'm not sure if I ever showed you a picture of what it looked like at the end of last year. I think this one was the one I forgot to show you or something like that. Nevertheless, last year or the last time you saw it, I finished this page over here and had threads parked in here. So when I worked on it the last few days, I think as well, I just started to put all the parked threads, work them in here, and yeah, I got myself good kind of progress in there with all those parked threads. This one is stitched on a 32 count linen 201 stitch as well. And again, the needleminder is by Dankai Designs. I will link her Etsy shop below. So this is Dragon Dancer. I'm in just up here in the corner. I think there are close to 100 pages. So yeah, it's really a big one. But I can't wait to finish all this blurry background and get into the dragon and the geisha. That will be really cool. So yeah, hoping to get a bit more progress in. My goal for this one are actually 16,000 stitches this year, because I'm planning on doing 2 parks with this project, and it's 10 stitch, so for each park I need 8,000 stitches. So it would be nice to get some more progress in, because so far I think I have 700 stitches in here for this year, and I need 16,000, so that's still some way to go. Next one is supersized Max Color Cliffhanger, a supersized one, also by Having Enough Designs. The artwork is by Amy Stewart, and I'm putting all the pages I can reach. So if I finish the page, I'm doing page by page. If I finish the page, I'm putting all the pages around, even those touching only the corners, in the Tiny Decisions app, and this app will tell me what I'm going to stitch on next, which page. So last time you saw it, I was on my second page, and I'll show you a picture of what it looked like then here. So last time I worked on page number 2, and I finished this page, and actually the next page that was called was the one again, crossing only the corners, and I started on this one with cross country. I bring it a bit closer. Those are the pages already done, and here is the one I started. I hope you can see it. This one is stitched on a 40 count Newcastle linen in antique white, stitched 1/110 stitch, and the needleminder is by Dankai Designs. So far, I really love this piece and how it's turning out. It will take a long time, but I think it will be worth it. So yeah, that's that one. Really happy with it. Okay. And we'll see what the next page is going to be. I think there are 12 pages across and 13 pages down. So if I'm actually continuing the diagonal of pages straight through, I will get not a complete bottom right corner, but 1 page above, which would kind of cool to have like cross through all the pages. But we will see. I have all the pages made up here, so I know which pages are already done, which is called, and stuff like that. So having those pages go straight through would be kind of cool. Okay, next piece, and again I Having Enough Designs, but a smaller one. This is Mini Cinderella, and the artwork is by Alexandra Daw. And this one is stitched in full cross, so I only need 4,000 stitches for each park, and I'm doing 2 parks on this one. I'm showing you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So since you last saw it, I ended the park thread over here, and I started bringing the circle further around, and then I started color filling in this area. I picked a color and filled it as long as my thread would take me, and that's where I'm at right now. So yeah, super happy with how this one is turning out. This is a 28 count even weave, stitched 1/1 full cross, and the needle minder is by Denkai Designs. Yeah, she's turning out beautiful. Really happy. And I can't wait to get more into the middle. This one calls for Krennic number 032, the very fine braid. I did that one on another project and I did not like it really much. So for this one, I decided to go with the blending filament. I started a few stitches. I don't know if you can see it up in here. There are a few stitches already in. You probably can't see. And the blending filament is even worse than the number 4 braid. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to rip those out, which will be quite a pain, or if I'm just going to switch to a blend out of B5200 and the blending filament. Not sure yet, we will see. I'm kind of leaving it till the end, and then it's going to be more than 7,000 stitches, just fun. Let's say fun. Yeah, that's Mini Cinderella. It's not my favorite project, I have to admit. I don't know why, because I really love the picture. I really love how it's turning out. Probably it's just the thought about all this Krennic and blending filament I still have to do. I'm not sure, but when I'm stitching on it, I kind of like it and like how fast it's coming together. There are only about 40,000 stitches in there. That's really cool. That's not a lot. So yeah, not sure why I often don't feel the urge to work on it. Okay, let's move to the next one. The next one is actually my focus piece for this year and the one I want to finish. It's Mini Winter Rose, again by Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Rachel Anderson. And I'm going to show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And since you last saw this one, there's been a lot of progress. So this is where I'm at right now. I finished a few more diagonals, I finished her face. Over here, page 3 is starting, and I'm actually reached that point with my diagonals as well. So now I'm going to concentrate on finishing page 3, or at least continue, sorry, kind of complicated here, continuing the diagonal upwards into page number 3. So yeah, I really adore this piece. She's looking so fabulous. I really love her. I can't wait to have her done, but there's still a big way to go. Nevertheless, I finished page number 4 over here. I think I had to do like 30 more stitches. Yeah, over here. I had to do 30 stitches more than I would normally in my diagonal, and just decided to go ahead and finish the page. And yeah, she's beautiful and really realistic and stuff, so I really love her. She's stitched on the 28 count Lugana 2/1 10 stitch, and as I said, my goal for her is just to finish her. So I'm presently, with my diagonal, reached this flower down here, so I'm close to the bottom actually. And now I will finish or fill in the diagonals on page number 3 up here, and then just move my way downwards. And I can't wait for the dress. It's going to be less confetti than her wings. Her wings were really, really confetti heavy, which was kind of fun in between those blocks of non-confetti at all with the background. So it's been kind of fun. And she's looking just beautiful. Just beautiful. Okay. That's Mini Winter Rose. Sorry, having kind of trouble over here. I'm going to roll her later on as well because of all the pocket threads, they're getting into the way. And we're moving to Norwegian ship under sail. That's a golden kite. It's a small edition, and that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And on this one, I had a page finish, and nothing more. There were like 50 stitches missing on the page to finish the page or to have a page finish. So that's what I did, and then I started with the next diagonal, and I'm going to show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. Nearly forgot that. And this is where I'm at right now. So I finished this page over here, completely done, and then I started on the next page with the next column, and my plan is to finish this page over here and then move downwards and do this page over here. This one is stitched on an 18 count Aida 2/1 full cross, and again the needleminder is by Dankai Designs, and this needleminder is so beautiful but so big but I just had to have it. So yeah, so far it's just a lot of greens and blues and not very interesting to stitch, honestly, but a lot of blended colors. If you have a solid color, that's the exception. So yeah, it's kind of complicated to stitch, but I really like how it's turning out. So far, I'm super happy. And I can't wait to get some more progress in. 8,000 stitches will give me at least one more page finish, and even a bit more. So that's kind of cool. And I just started, so again, I only have like 700, 600 stitches in there, but better than nothing. Okay, next one is my next golden kite. That's Colorado Mountains, as I said, by Golden Kite. And with this one, I think I showed you the page finish last time I showed you, but I'm not sure. So this is a picture of what it looked like last time you saw it. And this is where I'm at right now. So far there are 2 pages done, and so far it's just so beautiful. It's stitched on a 25 count even weave 2/1 10 stitch. I had to do 2 threads over 1 because I have a lot of blended colors in here as well. Not as much as a Norwegian ship under sail, but I have some blended colors in here as well. The coverage is not perfect, but fine for me, and I'm really happy. Needleminder again is by Dankai Designs, and I'm just moving along the top row, maybe finishing a 3rd page and then moving into the bottom or into the middle row of pages. Yeah, really love this piece. So far, I think I'm close to 3,000 stitches this year, and on this one again I need 16,000. So that will give me a lot of page finishes, which is really cool because those pages are kind of small, like really small. I think only like 50 stitches wide and 60 tall, something like that. So it's kind of fast to have a page finish on this one. And some more are always welcome. Okay, I think that's all my full coverage stitching actually. So let's move into not full coverage. And what else I have done. So today is the 1st of April, and therefore the 4th part of the Grimm's Fairy Tale Cell by Clouds Factory was released. And I'm showing you what those will be looking like. So the first part was the Bremen Town Musicians, the second one was Frog Prince, then we moved to the top and did the Hansel and Gretel, and now, today, was released Rapunzel. So yeah, I really like those. And I'll show you a picture of what it looked like last time here. And everything you just saw, which I did which I told you about that I had done last time I saw you, I frogged all of it and I restarted the project completely because this is on a 16 count Aida stitched or hand dyed by Pictures Plus in the colorway Jade. And I stitched it 1/1 and I did not like the coverage. So I frocked it all and started new. And so far I finished part 1. Okay. I'm trying to make this work. Give me a second, please. Okay. I finished part 1. I finished part 2. And I started with part number 3. Sorry, number 3. And there's a tree. This one is now my travel stitching because Wedding Birds is done, and yeah, I'm happy with how far I have come and how it's looking so far. I'm going to finish part 3 because before I start part 4, but hopefully till the end of April I'm all caught up and can finish May kind of quickly and then move into some other travel stitching because I still have a lot to do to finish my goals this year. So yeah, so far, really happy how this one is turning out. And my needleminder is from Just Too Heavenly, and it's hanging. No, okay. It fell to the floor. That's working perfectly here. Okay, next one is another piece I try to stitch, well, at least every week, once. That's the goal, and normally I can do that. And I'm talking about the Temperature Garden by Stitchin' Mommy. Every flower or every flower petal resembles one day and the highest temperature that occurred in a region that day. I'm stitching my hometown, and so far I'm kind of caught up. The last 3 days of March are still missing, just because I stitched on it on Sunday. I show a picture of what it looked like last time here. And this is where I'm at right now. So since you last saw it, I finished January and February and started on March. As I said, it's close to finish as well. Only missing 3 flower petals. So far, close to everything is the same color, so it's really boring. It's stitched on a 28 count 1/1 full cross, and the needleminder is by Lakeside Needlecraft. I'm really happy with how it's turning out, but I would have liked a few more colors, to be honest. Yeah, so far, kind of boring. But I hope that in April or May we will get some warmer colors, or at least some variation in the days and not all the time the same. But we will see about that. And I just realized I forgot something, so I'm going to pause this video and be right back. Okay, next project is the one I forgot the pattern or the picture to show you. So this is Lilac Fairy by Vivako. I stitched 1 day on her, not even a whole day. I just finished my full coverage stitches. I did not feel like stitching on full coverage anymore, so I decided to pull her out and stitch a bit on her. I'm showing you a picture of what she looked like last time you saw her here. And this is what she's looking like right now. So I did some more in her wing up here. I think I finished a swirl over there. And I think I did 1 strand of brown in her hair. I would like to finish her this year, but honestly, I'm not sure if it's even possible because there's still a lot to do. But I really like this piece. It's stitched on 14 count Ada. The background is stitched 1/1, and the motifs and the fairy herself, the flowers, stuff like that, are stitched 2/1. So there's, yeah, kind of some difference in texture, which makes it really fascinating. The needleminder is from 123 Stitch, and yeah, that's her. Beautiful so far. And I can't wait to move my way down into her face and the butterfly she's holding in her hand, and then down into her dress. It's still a long way to go on her, and as I said, I would like to finish her this year, but I'm not even sure if it's possible with all the other stuff I want to stitch, especially with now in February and March having those weeks where I did not stitch a lot or sometimes not stitch at all. So we will see. And the last thing I stitched on is Royal Games 1 by Mirabilia. I started in the middle, worked my way up into her head, and started with Queen of Hearts. And I will do this card as shown. There are quite some people who stitch like 4 cards, so mirroring her down and then stitch all 4 cards, I'm going to do it the way it's shown here. I show a picture of what she looked like last time you saw her. And I still need something to hold her against. So, this is Royal Games 1, the Queen of Hearts. And since you saw her last, I finished her crown with all the beading, finished her headpiece, the flowers in her head. When I had some green left on the string, on the needle, I finished it down here to move my way further down. I started beading, as I said. Her crown is done, the flowers on her head are done, and I started with the earring. That's not yet done. And next I will move into her cleavage and her dress showing behind her, so that's the start of her dress. As soon as I'm further along with that one, I can finally backstitch her face and her mouth. I did already backstitch the eye and eyebrow, because all the stitches around that were done, and yeah, I don't have to worry I will ruin it when stitching next to it. So that's why I still want to wait till I finish a bit more down here, till I backstitch her face. And then her head will be done, which is amazing. This is another one I would like to finish this year, but I'm not sure if it's happening. She's stitched on a 32 count Belfast linen in white opalescent. So you can really see the sparkle in the fabric. And I think it really fits her because there's a lot of fabric showing, and I did not want to use plain white, but for a card, white is kind of the thing to go. So I decided for white opalescent, and she stitched 2/2. Even the skin. There are a lot of people stitching Mirabilia skin 1/1, but I think you don't need it. She's looking stunning even with 2/2 skin. The needleminders are both from Denkai Design. This is a needleminder like a tacky bob, so you can put beads on and they will hold there even if you hold it upside down. So that's Royal Games so far. Really happy about her. And that's everything I stitched on during those last 1.5 months. I'm not yet sure about my plans, so I can't tell you any plans so far. The only thing I'm quite sure of is what I'm going to stitch on today. I still need to do my 30 minutes on Joyful Wild Cell, and thereafter I will be going to Supersize Max Color Once Upon a Fairy Tale. Another Heaven and Earth Designs, and the artwork is by Amy Stewart. This was my new year, new start, so not a lot of progress so far. But I want to do, I'm not sure, 8,000 or 16,000 stitches. 1 or 2 parks. I'm actually not sure about that yet. I will check it out. And I'm going to show you where I'm at. So this is Once Upon a Fairy Tale. I started in the top left corner and just moved my way down with 10 by 10 blocks. This one is stitched on a 40 count 1/110 stitch, just because it's massive, and with the higher fabric count it's not going to be as massive. Still really big, but not as massive. Needleminder is from Lakeside Needlecraft. Yeah, that's that one, and as I said, I'm probably going to stitch on this one today. I don't know the rest of plans. I'm not even sure when I'm going to come back. I thought about doing weekly updates again, because I switched to doing a video every 2 weeks, mostly because I did not have enough whips to show you, and it was not like worth the effort to show you 2 whips and have like 1.5 hours of work and not getting any stitching in. But because now I'm stitching on so many different projects, because I just stitch whatever I feel like, I think I might come back weekly, but I'm not sure yet. So you let yourself be surprised whenever I'm back. I hope next time I figure something out, that the light is not as bad as it was today. Maybe I have to move the chair or something. But yeah, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed. I know there have been a few comments on my videos. I'm really sorry I have not yet answered. I will go through them latest tomorrow to answer everything. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. As I said, I'm going to answer it. It's just that I did not feel like doing anything during the last 2 weeks or even more. But I'm going to answer now. I'm happy if you leave me a comment on this video. Leave me a like if you like my whips and would love to see some more updates. Subscribe to my channel. You're always welcome. And yeah, then you will be notified as soon as I upload a new video. As I said, I hope you liked it, and I hope you have a wonderful stitchy time whenever I'll be back and see you again. Yeah, see you then. Bye.